autobus pour Genève atteint l'Odor. Les passengers pour Londres peuvent rester au
Nice to be among friendly faces again.
Keith, now we're here. Can't you tell me what's happened?
If only I knew.
But you do know, and you're not telling me.
Well, how can I? It was all a stupid mistake.
First we're shadowed day and night. Then suddenly we run away from the apartment to that crummy little hotel. Then we run away from there on the first plane out without even getting our things.
Well, we get them sent on somehow.
You are the most maddeningly secretive man.
But I told you the police got their wires crossed. It was probably a case of mistaken identity. I thought it was safer to get out.
I don't believe you.
Right, then you tell me what happened.
Oh, darling, this has happened before. Can't you trust me?
Susan, I do trust you. Come on, let's have a drink. Let's celebrate. I never did like Bucharest anyway.
Would a Mr. Turnbull please come to the desk? Mr. Turnbull in transit to London. Thank you.
Who can that be?
There's a call from London, I expect. I'll be right back.
Excuse me.
It may well be that they have abducted your husband, but the Romanian embassy say they know nothing about it.
Then they're lying.
You know, there could have been a mix-up with that van you were following, Mrs. Turnbull.
There wasn't. I followed it all the way. It went straight back to the embassy.
Well, they deny it.
If only someone could tell me what was going on. What has he done? Why do they want him?
Yes, yes, of course.
Why do they want him?
How would we know?
What are you doing about it?
What can we do? How can we insist on their releasing our husband when they say they know nothing about him? It's most embarrassing for us, you know.
He is in there.
I'm sure he is.
You don't believe me.
Of course we do. But we are having some difficulty in persuading the Swiss police to believe your story.
Aren't they doing anything about it then?
Oh, yes, indeed they are. They've put a strong guard on the embassy to make sure there'll be no attempt to smuggle him out of the country and take him back to the east.
No, you don't think they'd do that?
Well, they might try, but I don't think they'd get away with it. Not while the Swiss are watching them.
Are the Swiss doing anything else?
Well, there's not much else they can do. They can't enter the embassy and search it. That's sacred soil. If you hadn't stolen that car, they'd have been more ready to accept your story.
If I hadn't stolen that car, we wouldn't know where he was.
Thank you. I'll speak to him in a few moments. Well, you have my deepest sympathy, Mrs. Turnbull.
My husband needs a little more than sympathy.
Yes, of course. I shall let you know the moment we have any news, and I'm afraid I have someone waiting to speak to me on most important business. Not that yours is most important, too.
Have you a phone I could use? I wish to call a friend.
By all means, in the anteroom. The young lady there will get it for you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yes, sir. Yes, I've just had her in here. Oh, what can we do? No, of course not. No, I'm sure she'd no idea her husband was working for M9. No, she certainly is an embarrassment to us, sir. I'd like her shipped back home, the sooner the better. Yeah, very well, sir.
Straight to the embassy here, but they won't do anything. They won't even listen to me. John, please, you must help me.
Susan, you know I'd do anything for Keith, but I'm just about to leave on a most important trip, and it's not the sort of thing I can get out of.
Well, if you can't do anything, please, could you contact World Travel? They must help.
No, the firm can't do as much as our embassy in Geneva can.
John, please, I'm desperate.
Oh, no, just a minute, let me think. Look, Susan, I'll call the firm and see if I can get the trip put back until Monday.
Oh, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In any case, I've got to be back in London inside 48 hours.
John, please, please come.
I'll do my best. Keep your chin up.
Bye. John, I'm so pleased to see you.
Susan?
I'm feeling so helpless. You're going to do something.
I'll do my best. You go back to your hotel, and I'll call you in an hour or two and let you know what's happening.
What are you going to do?
Go round to our embassy and see if I can make any impression on Mr. Fawkes.
Oh, he wouldn't help me at all. Maybe he'll listen to you.
Certainly hope so, anyway.
Of course, there's nothing we can do about it. I hope you haven't been building up that poor girl's hopes.
You should know better than that.
Oh, they'll hand him over in time. Public opinion will force them to.
Don't you believe it? They've categorically denied having him. They'll bury him in their cellars rather than lose face.
Why should they be so vindictive?
Because he knows too much. Supposing we broke into the embassy.
What? Are you mad?
What can they do about it? They certainly can't call in the police. They know the one thing the Swiss want is a chance to get into the embassy and find Keith. If we get him away, there's nothing they can do. They can't even protest. They've denied having him.
Drake, we'll have none of your strong-arm methods here.
What other way is there?
I must remind you, this has nothing to do with you, Drake.
Keith is a friend of mine. It's a matter of personal loyalty.
You know as well as I do there's no such thing as personal loyalty in our business. You keep right out of it.
And just wait for things to sort themselves out.
Yes.
All right.
I take it you're going back to London now.
Oh, yes, but first I thought I'd call in a couple of friends of mine I haven't seen for some time.
Well, what do you think of it?
Where'd you go?
We have a little vineyard.
A vineyard and Annette. Some people have all the luck.
Yes, but he doesn't know it. It does him good to tell him.
Annette, John is hungry.
Oh, poor John, I'll get him some lunch.
Nothing fancy, just some smoked ham, sausage, cheese. He's in a hurry.
I will not be a minute.
What do you think?
If you really want to know, John, I think this idea of yours is crazy.
Oh, that's a pity.
I telephoned Luke in Paris. He thinks it's crazy, too. He'll be here by 3.
All right, send Susan to pick him up at the airport. It'll take her mind off her troubles.
Oh, what about something to eat?
Right, and then we'll pay a visit to a little pension I know where there's a splendid view. I like that cellar of yours. We might be able to use it.
The room suits you, monsieur?
Oh, it's very comfortable, thank you. Huh?
We have better rooms at the back, monsieur. There you do not have the sound of the traffic.
Mr. Brown likes the sound of the traffic. He also likes the view. The embassy of the Romanian People's Republic. I wonder where they've got Keith.
Upstairs, downstairs, in the ladies' chamber. A guard on the door, 2 on the gate.
Yeah. And the Swiss police have got 4 men outside.
And a radio car to the left there.
It is not going to be so simple.
No, we haven't much time. We'll have to lean rather heavily on the element of surprise.
We could all move in at more or less the same time. I could make a trade inquiry, Luke, a request for a visa, yourself a newspaper reporter looking for a story.
But let's not start planning until we know that Keith is there and whereabouts.
We all dash down to get him out of the cellar and... Surprise, he's up in the attic.
We'll need a layout of the whole building and details of the security arrangements. That can only come from someone inside. We'll have to start looking for a weak link.
Someone corrupted, someone corruptible.
Better get started. Well, I'll go over there and pay them a formal visit. Susan.
Hello there, John. This is just like old times.
I'll have to see you later. I've got some visiting to do. Oh.
What are you doing here?
I've joined the team, Suzanne. Must help old Keith. He would have done as much for me.
Thank you. Where's John gone?
He's going to take a look inside the embassy.
What are you going to do?
Well, there's only one thing we can do. Go right in there and get Keith out.
No, seriously?
Seriously?
But you can't. You'd be arrested. You'd be put into prison.
Oh, don't say things like that. There goes John.
No, please, Bernhard, be serious.
I am serious, and what is more, you are going to help us.
Morning, comrade.
Comrade?
I want to make an application to visit your country.
You wish to visit this country on business?
No, pleasure. What address do you want here?
Your address in Geneva.
Is my hotel. And, okay.
Tovarăși, contul pe domnul acesta la secretarul 3.
Da.
Un englez urca la dumneata. Vrea o viză.
Enter.
Why do you wish to visit our country?
I don't really.
I beg your pardon.
I don't wish to be offensive. I mean, I don't at the moment. I'm supposed to be on holiday in Geneva. I have to be back in London in a day or two.
Then what is your purpose in requesting this visa?
Everything we say will be confidential. Between the two of us.
Of course. Why have you come to Geneva?
I thought it would be safer to come here rather than go to your embassy in London.
Safer? Why?
I work in a classified job in London. I've got some information I'm sure, would be of interest to you.
You mean you have some information you wish to sell us?
Yes, that's right. Documents.
And you thought we would be interested?
I'm sure you would be. That's why I'm here.
Monteano, Saharia.
I feel I should tell you that we are representatives of a friendly power and are not interested in that sort of trade.
Quite sure of that.
I should be failing in my duty if I did not report you to the local authorities.
But you won't.
Mr. Brown, that is your name?
No.
And the Mirabelle, of course, is not your hotel.
As a matter of fact, yes, it is.
That is all, Mr. Brown. I'm sorry I cannot help you.
I've come a long way.
That's none of my business. That'll be all, Mr. Brown. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
comes.
Any luck? Ah, yes. They've fallen for it.
With their goon treading hard on his heels.
Brown,
Yes?
you have just returned.
Have I? Who is that?
I believe you have something to sell. If you're not on the level, I advise you to get out now. To try and fool us would be very dangerous for you.
I'm sure it would. Who is that?
That is not important. I hope you're serious, Mr. Brown.
Of course.
That is good.
Then I want you to take your car and drive to the Rue des Etats-Unis. Wait by the last building opposite the gardens. Do not park your car where it can be jammed in. I will be there in 10 minutes. If you are not, I will take it as a sign of bad faith, and I will not wait for you.
Hold on. 10 minutes doesn't give you much time. I'm low on gasoline. I'll have to fill up.
How long, Dick?
Well, I can make it in 20 minutes.
Very well.
Give me a line. Yes?
Dr. Bernard.
Speaking.
It's Brown here, John Brown. Do you remember that extraction job you did for me in March '63?
Not too well.
The one with the big cavity.
Ah, yes, now I remember. It's a nasty job.
I'm having the same trouble with the other side. I think it's going to be a repeat operation. It's very painful. Is your surgery still in that block on the top corner of Rue Gaston?
Yes?
I have an appointment in 20 minutes. I'll be along as soon as I can afterwards. Sorry, it's a rush job.
Don't worry. All will be in readiness.
I hope so.
Right. We need a furniture van.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Well, where are the documents?
I haven't got them.
Why not?
I wanted to meet you first.
Why?
I didn't want to hand them over till I'd been paid.
If I'm to buy them, I must see them first.
I brought a sample.
Drive on slowly. At the first crossroads, turn to the left.
How's it going?
Half a minute.
Better gonna move on. Can't have that great van standing outside much longer. Give me a hand with this.
All right.
Cells built while you wait.
Right.
Sit. girls, do your stuff.
Hello? Yes, can I help?
Right, take it through that door.
To Mr. Halvin,
Through to the upper basement. What about the lift? It's a bit heavy. All right, just come down
British
38.
Embassy.
Quick, get him out of here.
Oh, perhaps I could give a message to his secretary. You could tell me what it's about.
Excuse me, gentlemen, but if there's going to be a lot of noise, I'd better close the door. We don't want them to hear anything upstairs.
I'll take care of that. There shouldn't be any noise. I hope the colonel is going to be sensible. And tell Commander Bracewell that the operation was successful. Oh, and it's thirsty work, this removal business, isn't it? Don't you think we might have
a glass of our embassy wine?
Splendid. It's a rare vintage. You see, Colonel, when it comes to the business of abduction, we do just as good a job as anybody. Please sit down, Colonel. Please. Well, your people should be missing you just about now. There's nothing they can do about it. They've no idea where you are. So I suggest that you send a note to your ambassador saying that you will never be released, ever, except in exchange for Keith Turnbull.
It would be quite useless, my doing that.
I'm sorry you take that attitude. We don't wish you any unpleasantness.
No, please. Don't think I'm unwilling to write the note. I'm most anxious to regain my freedom. But the point is, as far as my country is concerned, Mr. Turnbull has vital secrets. They cannot allow him to go. As for me, I am just a faithful servant to the state. I can be replaced in the time it takes to fly a new man out from home. You see, Mr. Brown, I am not a very valuable bargaining counter.
No. I accept that argument, as long as you accept the fact that you will not be set free until we have Turnbull back. And as no doubt you organized his abduction, there's a rather nice shade of irony there, isn't there? Now, the British and Swiss governments are behind us, unofficially, of course, so that unless Turnbull is released within a day or two, we will have you shipped to England, where we will issue a statement of yours saying that you've defected to the other side, gone over to the West with enthusiasm and elan.
No.
It would not be nice for your wife and children at home, would it? But Turnbull's got a wife, and it's not very nice for her either.
What do you want?
This is a plan of the outer shell of your embassy. Each of these sheets represents a floor from basement upwards. I want you to fill out the inside details. Officers, corridors, stairways, lifts, and of course where you're holding Turnbull.
If I agree, you will never let anyone know that you get this from me.
It's a promise. It's a very good try. Now perhaps if you get to work on the plan. Make no mistake, your freedom depends on it. Now first, where are you holding Turnbull?
The basement stairs. Run down here. Through the door from the entrance hall.
That's true, I've seen them.
There is a passage to the left. Go straight down the passage. At the end, there is a door facing you.
Susan.
Yes?
You got the street plan?
Yes.
The three of us can get into the embassy, all right, but we'd never get away again with that guard on the front. As long as we get Keith out quickly, no one is hurt, no one is caught, sympathy will be on our side. All will be forgiven and forgotten.
But what if anything goes wrong?
Political dynamite.
But if you're caught?
Nice long stretch in prison.
Yes, but
Do you want Keith out or not?
Yes.
All right. So we can't get in from the front. It'll have to be from the back. Bernard, what's this building here? Behind the embassy.
That is a school, I think. No. It's a hospital, a private hospital.
Hospital, eh? That's the only way in from that side, so we'd better have a look at it, hadn't we? Hospital.
Oui, un certain docteur Badi. Il voudrait vous voir. Non, il est là. Merci, docteur. He's in the dispensary. He's just coming.
Oh, good. I have a train to catch. I would not like to miss my surgery.
Here he is.
Ah, Dr. Badi? Doctor, I must apologize for not ringing for an appointment. I have a distinguished English colleague with me.
Oh, yes?
Dr. Hubert, Dr. Bailey Carpenter.
How do you do? Well, gentlemen, how can I help you?
It's rather a delicate matter. This will be completely confidential, of course.
Oh, my dear fellow, Dr. Hubert has an unparalleled reputation, a man of absolute discretion.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Badi. We have not met before.
No. My practice is in Zurich. But to return to the problem of our colleague.
As I was saying, it's a delicate matter.
Please sit down.
Thank you. I've just flown out from London. A patient of mine, a young Englishwoman, one of our best families, you understand, has been mixed up in a most unfortunate love affair. The gentleman has left her. She's in a state of complete nervous collapse. Unfortunately, her family are away at the moment. I've cabled them to return immediately. But in the meantime, I don't think she ought to be left alone.
You think she might...
Exactly.
But I'm afraid this is not the psychiatric institute, Dr. Carpenter.
Bailey Carpenter, there's a hyphen. Her family are extremely wealthy. This is a most trying time for them. I don't think they'd altogether... I think it would be better if she stayed in a normal hospital. And I am sure the family will show their appreciation in a most practical way. This is an opportunity not to be missed, I can promise you that.
And the young lady, she's not violent?
Good heavens, no. She's very excitable, but certainly not violent.
We do have a room free. It's at the back.
Room at the back.
Perhaps we could see it, Dr. Hubert.
Oh, yes, certainly. Please.
Thank you.
All right, Susan. Now you do your stuff.
My dear. I don't be nervous. All friends here.
Elle est là.
Ah, ma pauvre enfant.
Dr. Bailey Carpenter, everything's ready.
Dr. Huber, this is Miss Lyle.
Delight, Miss Lyle.
What is this place?
Don't worry, my
Take
dear.
me away from here.
My dear young lady, we hope to make you very happy here. This is Sister Rousseau. She will be taking care of you.
Come on, my dear, you must be brave.
No.
Now, come along now. Don't worry, we'll stay with you.
There's nothing to worry about. Sister Rousseau will not leave her, not for 1 minute.
Good, but we'll just see her settled in first. Come along, my dear.
Infirmière, venez avec moi. Voilà, la chambre.
Right, get her to bed, sister, and we will return and give her a sedative.
Oui, docteur. No, we must have your night things, my dear.
Suzanne's room is too far away.
If we could get through there, it should bring us near enough.
ground floor windows are all barred.
They work late.
They'll be gone soon.
They live on the premises. From the wall, we can use the drain pipe. Along the ledge to the corner. Up to the roof, somehow. And in through the attic there. Simple.
Now, how is that? Comfortable? Now we will get the doctor to give you something to help you to sleep. Allô? Avez-vous vu Dr. Baddy ou Dr. Bailey Carpenter? No?
I want Dr. Carpenter. Has he gone?
No, I will find him.
I want Dr. Carpenter.
It's Susan.
Leave me alone. I want Dr. Carpenter.
So, there you are.
In trouble, sister?
Dr. Carpenter. Dr. Carpenter, don't leave me.
Calm down. Calm down. I am not going away. Do you hear? I am not going away.
Ah, oui. It is for you, Dr. Carpenter.
Go. Oui. Pardon? Ah, oui. Oui. Merci. Everything's all right now. That was a message from the airport. Your sister-in-law has arrived and is on her way here.
There. Is that not good, my little one?
That is better. Calm now. Much better. Much better. You were great.
You know, I think she's beginning to enjoy herself.
My sister-in-law is here, Miss Lyle. I want to see her immediately.
Yes, I will let them know right away. She's lucky you could get here so quickly.
Good evening, madame.
Why, Charles?
Shall I take madame upstairs? I know the room.
Yes, that will be quite all right.
Well, this way, please.
Bitte? There now. She is looking better already. It is time we left her. You need not be afraid to leave her with me. This is the quiet time in a hospital. For an hour or two, there will be peace. And I will be very happy to sit with this dear young lady. Come. Come along now.
Thank you, sister.
There, my dear. I will be with you.
Who are you? I don't want you. Go away. Go away. Annette! Annette! Don't leave me with that woman. Send her away. Go away. I hate you.
It's only Sister Rousseau, dear.
Sister, may I speak to you outside, please? I'm sorry she spoke to you like that, sister. Clearly, she is not responsible for her actions.
Poor child.
I think it might be better if we stayed with her. I'm so sorry.
I think perhaps you are right, Doctor.
Now, don't concern yourself about her, sister. We will stay with her all night if necessary. I'll let you know if we need you.
Of course, Doctor. Anything.
Thank you, sister.
Detonator, okay?
What will the police do when they hear the bang?
They won't let the police in while Keith is still there. Check the sets. Ready? Susan.
Susan calling, Susan calling.
Receiving you, Bernard.
Bernard calling, Bernard calling.
Receiving you. Come in, Luke. Come in, Luke.
Luke here.
Receiving you. What's going on out there?
I drove round the front of the embassy. The Swiss have got a dozen men out there now.
Anything this side?
There are 2 men on the hospital door.
Thanks. Over, out. All right. Clear? Let's go.
Mark.
Yeah. Susan. Susan. Come in, Susan.
Susan here. Over.
You see the window opposite, right of center. The light on. There's a man working there. We have to go along the ledge, right past him. I want you to make a distraction. His name is Iliescu.
Iliescu. Right this time.
Telephone number 356487.
356487.
Right. Chat him up about the missing military attaché. That should interest him. Over.
Right, John. Understood. Out. You have to phone him and make it.
Donnez-moi une ligne, s'il vous plaît. Mr. Iliescu?
Who is that?
Oh, you don't know me. I believe a friend of yours is missing.
No, I know no such thing.
Oh, yes, you do.
Right, boys. All clear now.
He went absent 2 days ago. As a matter of fact, we were thinking about an exchange. You have a friend of ours.
No, we have no friend of yours here.
Well, if that's the attitude you take, you can say goodbye to your man.
All right, Annette.
Just a minute.
No, Mr. Iliescu, don't bother. We'll call you. We are in no hurry. Donnez-moi la police. Oui, oui, la police. Oh non, je ne connais pas le numéro.
Stuart.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Qu'en voulez-vous?
On ose aussi, Olé. Prends un vue des ondes sur le toit. Non, c'est pas fréquent. Il y a 2 minutes. Laissez-nous entrer.
Non, non!
Hé! Hé, de jos! Inquiriuscio! Utrevje is dit sol immediate! Hey! Hé, de jos! Inquiriuscio, now!
Keith. I'm gonna blow this door off. Get in the corner. Protect yourself with the bedding.
A sergeant and 4 policemen have just entered the hospital. Over.
Okay, thanks. Over and out.
Mais je les ai vus sur le toit, 2 hommes. Et puis, après quelques instants, ils redescendirent la corde en se dirigeant de ce côté.
Je comprends, madame.
C'était
Merci,
terrible,
merci.
monsieur, vraiment.
Regardez tout le dehors. Vous venez avec moi.
Susan.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir.
Take the bag.
Yeah, sure.
Come on, Keith.
All right, Susan.
She's cured. She'll be released tomorrow morning. Into bed. Goes a bit girl.
Bye, darling.
Good night, sister.
Qui sont-ils?
Tiens, c'est le docteur anglais et ses amis. Dr. Carpenter, how is the poor child?
Sleeping now, thank goodness. We've left her sister with her to be on the safe side. We'll be back first thing in the morning to take her off your hands. Thanks so much for all your help. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Bonsoir, cher docteur.
Don't think you'll get away with it. I'm reporting the whole affair to London. Eventual more total irresponsibility would be hard to imagine. Anything had gone wrong?
It didn't.
Can you imagine what would have happened if you'd been caught?
We weren't.
The embarrassment to our government, to our relationship with the Swiss. What are we to do with this wretched Romanian colonel we've got?
Forbes, I must congratulate you. A daring and imaginative plan, perfectly executed.
Thank you, sir. I was afraid of foreign officers.
Nonsense, what, grabbing him right out from under their noses? The Nelson touch.
Oh, well, sir, in that case, some of the credit must go to Drake here. I mean, the men in the field...
Rubbish. The glamour boys always get all the credit. I hope you don't mind my saying this, Drake.
On the contrary, Mr. Ambassador, it is the man behind the desk who does all the planning, all the real thinking. We just carry out orders. I'd rather you didn't mention me in your report to London, sir. Now, excuse me, I have a plane to catch. Mr. Ambassador, sir?
Well, I think this calls for a drink, don't you, Forbes?
Give my regards to the Colonel.